Everything brings something good. Everything. So we lost 3-0. Probably maybe everybody thinks, oh, this is a weak team. So this is an advantage maybe for us. So everything brings something good if you learn from this. And I hope that I learned myself from the first half. Maybe I have to do some things differently. I will look at it. And this is where I begin. And if everybody thinks like that, we will do better. I'm not concerned at all. Because especially the second half also we showed that we can compete with them. Not only against the ball, but also with the ball. Better positions. We had some, let's say, half chances. And especially what I'm happy was second half we didn't allow a lot.
Mostrou uma intensidade muito grande, então acho que temos tudo para evoluir, tem mais um jogo aí de preparação.
Listen, English, just one word. The game. What do you make of the game?
Good game. I think it's gonna have a big team.
Rasgando no inglês,
And today Brazil doing the night, but it's gonna have a good team.
Not too good outing for the Black Stars. How disappointed are you?
Yes, it's not good match because Brazil is good team, but I think the second half Ghana is to be Ghana. This is the line to continue, and I'm very happy for stay here.
And it's also not too good results, but it was your first match for the Black Stars. How did it go for you? How was it?
Yes, I'm very happy. My parents is very happy, and my grandpa, my grandma in Ghana is jumping to me. I'm very happy. The match is not good, but I'm going to put everything to put Ghana on the top.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, that was some game, and I have to say, before I talk about today's game, let me just let you know that tomorrow we'll be doing a live session on the channel here in the evening, Saturday 7 p.m. We will be talking about the Ghana Black Stars game, and I'll be giving you the chance to voice your opinion. I'll be sharing a link in the comments, inviting each and one of you to sort of calling through video call. You press the link and join the conversation, and we will hear your thoughts on the Ghana Black Stars game. But these are my initial thoughts on the game, and I have to say, I was not thinking about the result per se. I was not looking for Ghana to beat Brazil or whatever it was. I was thinking of a draw and a good performance. And looking at the game and the starting lineup that came up, I have to say, most of us were disappointed with the starting lineup. It's tunk of a coach that probably was being a bit too cautious for my liking. I think you have players who you've brought in to play for the national team for a reason. And this is an international friendly. If this is not where you can try those players and the various formations out, where exactly can you do that? I was so disappointed by the starting lineup. I'll give you my thoughts on the game. Starting lineup, my best performer or performers, my worst performers, and everything in between. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. It was a game of two halves, let's be honest with ourselves. Ghana versus Brazil. For the fifth time, Brazil have beaten Ghana. 5 times they've met Ghana. All Ghana have lost at the senior level, and you have to say they started the better side. When the team news came, I was expecting some sort of new faces in the starting 11. I was expecting a debut from the start for the likes of Inaki Williams, Tariq Lamptey, at least Mohamed Salisu. I was hoping he would get his debut, but many people thought that Otto Addo was being cautious. I, for one, thought he was not being brave, because he was thinking like this, and this is how I understood it, that, well, this is the first game that they are playing as debutants for Ghana. It's versus Brazil, world champions, #1 ranked in the world. If it doesn't start well, they'll be thrown under the bus, confidence down, and everything else. let me go with the players who are already in the team, let them play, let them settle the game, and then we will see what happens from there, and we bring them other players in. Well, Otto Addo could not have foreseen this coming, because it's like trying to do the same thing and expecting a different result. The team he called up is on your screen right now, and I'll run you through it. I was quite disappointed. Babaraman, Jojo Wallacott was imposed, not surprised with that one. Odoi, Babaraman, Jiku, Amate, and Thomas Partey. Now, the Black Stars, this is a 4-back, and the Black Stars under Coach Otto Addo have been much better suited with a 3-back system and with a wing-back system. And the news about Thomas Partey being pulled out came later on, and it was because he suffered an injury during warm-up. So it just messed everything up again once here, and it was Papa Idrisu who came in. It was not a great game for Papa Idrisu, I have to say, in the end. I think he would want to forget this game quickly, not his finest moments on the pitch during some periods of this game. But I was not impressed by that starting 11. Inaki Williams and Tariq Lamptey at least should have started for me, in my opinion. Vinicius Jr. had a great time with Dennis Odoi in the first half especially. It was not a great half for Dennis Odoi at that position. Neymar were running circles around our defenders, and they were enjoying themselves in the second half. The first half was pretty awful, and I have to say, fortune favors the brave. Otto Addo was not brave enough to call the players who should have been in there, and this is a warning that goes to those who say we should be playing the players who took us to the World Cup. Well, we did play those players who took us to the World Cup, and this is what they produced in the first half. And the second half was much improved. The introduction of Inaki Williams, introduction of Mohamed Salisu sort of stabilized the front and the back in a way. Kudus Mohamed once again shone, was one of my better players on the pitch. I was impressed with Kudus' performance. All in all, he was the one who looked like he could carve out chances for Ghana, as he has been doing in recent times for his club side. He looked like the one who could find the answer for Ghana. Well, it did not happen for him. He was removed later on in the game. Inaki Williams as well, his first outing for the Ghana Black Stars, I was quite impressed with it. He didn't really get as many chances as I would have wanted him to get, and probably score goals or find the shot he was shooting at any chance he got. But Inaki is not a prolific goal scorer. That goal scoring department issue keeps popping up once again, and I have to say, with 2 more games for us to play before the World Cup, we will need to find a remedy to it, need to find a player, need to find a system that will be creating chances, because goal scoring seems to be our bane once again. Today, after the second half, a much improved performance in the second half, I have to say goal scoring will once again, that thing we were missing. At this rate, maybe just as some services might really be needed, because it was that bad in goal scoring, trying to find the back of the net. Andre Ayew had, I have to say, one of our best chances in the game. He hit the crossbar with that header. Allison, no chance with that header. I have to say that Andre Ayew with one of our better chances. Now to my player ratings, and I'll start from the goalkeeping position. First half, I have to forget for Jojo Wallacott. He was found wanting, first of all, out of position for that first goal by Marquinhos. Could have done better with our Richarlison goal and the last one as well. I think Jojo Wallacott, that is one thing I have against him, his positioning at times and commanding his penalty area, as well as the defenders in front of him. He has to work on that. He has to really find a solution to that. Aside that, the second half was probably a much improved one from him. He made some good saves in the second half, was better communication with the defenders, a much more better defense in front of him. We switched to that 3-back system, Salisu coming in with Abdul Babaraman, Dada Lamate, Jiku, Tariq Lamptey came on later on in the game, and it was a much better defense in the second half. Also, Dennis Odoi was run ragged in the first half, and he would want to forget that easily. Abdul Babaraman, also another player who was he was a first half to forget. He improved in the second half, however, had his moments in the first half as well, but the first half was a poor showing from Abdul Babaraman. Alexander Juku in the center of defense with Daniel Amate were also run ragged in that first half. They all improved in the second half, however, Juku solid. Amate as well had his moments, was able to cover the pitch when Neymar was running at goal. When the Brazilian kids were running in on them, they were able to stand their ground in the second half. The first half, not so much. Thomas Partey was not here. He was replaced by Idrisu Baba, who I did not find impressive during this game. Kudus Mohamed was our best player on the pitch. Andre Ayew had his moments, the most notable one, the header which he hit the crossbar. He cut a frustrating figure for me, but he had one of the times you would watch him in the game and you'd be thinking, this guy is not doing much, but you watch those around him and say that he was pulling his weight. At least he was trying. Jordan Ayew had this laid back attitude of his, which has been really something we have talked about extensively. But Jordan also had his moments. I did not feel impressed by his performance though here. Felix Afenajan was taken off at halftime, and rightly so. He was not able to catch up with that Brazilian dominance and do much for us up front. He was hauled off in the process. Kamaldeen Sulemana as well struggled so much in the first half and was hauled off in the second half, and rightly so. So those are my player ratings, my thoughts on the game. We have a lot of work to do. Goal scoring is still our bane. Antoine Semenyo came on. We saw him, bits of him, and I didn't really feel his impact today, not feeling it so much. Hopefully Nicaragua game, we have a better starting 11. Coach Otto Addo, you have to be brave in your selection. Fortune favors the brave, and Otto Addo was not brave with his call-up. I understand the reasoning behind it, but fortune favors the brave. If you don't risk it, you might not get the biscuit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on the games and everything in between. Who was your favorite player, your poorest player on the pitch, and who should start in that Nicaragua game? I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the evening.